have I got a treat for you. Today, I'm going to give you the sights and sounds of the Sonoran Desert. Come hang out with us today and watch it all the way to the end. You're going to like what you see, I promise. In the background, you're going to hear the coyotes. They're scattered all over in the back of me there in the desert. They're talking to each other before they go to sleep. Enjoy. Oh. Yeah, they're like talking. Can you hear them? One's over here. Oh, oh. And then they go over there. Oh. He goes, ah, ooh, ah, ooh.
Heard that.
I know. That's what they sound. They're like, there's a new person in town. Oh, look, the acatillo. They're getting the flowers on them. Well, let's go to another
Vantage.
early morning out here. Brought my coffee. Cheers. It's really cold out today, but I looked on the weather app today. I think officially is the last cold day. You know, he gave us one more day. It was only like 35 degrees when I woke up this morning outside. So it was like 45 inside my minivan. But the rest of the week, it's going up to like 85, 90 degrees, 92, which is really normal for southern Arizona, for Tucson and Phoenix. So it's been an especially cold winter for all of us, all over the globe. Okay, well, here's your weather update from Minivan Lee's News Bulletin. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I have never driven down here because I usually was alone, so it's like, I don't know. Do I want to go down there?
Go back there. Huh?
I know, it looks scary.
Aren't those pretty? Those flowers?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, this is the desert bloom, you know?
Yeah.
They almost just look like dandelions. Teddy bear. Show ya.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, yeah. We just love it out here.
And so does Abby, as a matter of fact. But I have to be very careful. But Abby loves to stick her nose everywhere. And when we're out in this national park, especially, there is cactus everywhere. And I haven't noticed that she's really gotten a poke, but I always worry about that. Well, now we're going to head on down the road a little bit and see what other beauty we can see along with this teddy bear cholla.
Keep your nose out of there.
That wind, that never-ending wind. The ever annoying wind. Yeah, it's a one way. It looks like we gotta go through it.
You got everything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hello. We're at the Saguaro National Monument. We're in deep, and the wind is just fierce. Well, springtime in the Southwest, there's a lot of wind. We found this new campsite. I've never been down this dirt road before. Really nice picnic tables. I don't think a lot of people come down here because everything is just so pristine and clean. Nice. This is nice.
Well, as you'd expect, the Saguaro National Park has hundreds of beautiful saguaro cactus, like this one. We've been told that it takes 75 years for the first arm to appear on one of these cactus. And so you can imagine at how old that must be. Here are some that are younger, of course, because they don't even have arms, but it's just amazing. And these reach, I don't know, maybe 75, 100 feet in the air, some of them. They are just amazing.
It's a beautiful spot to just sit out here. Paul's right next to me. We're out like in the middle of nowhere. And we got the mountains right there. We got all the cactus. I'm going to make some coffee for us, okay? Still have more to drive to get where we want to go. But sometimes you have to stop and smell the roses, right? And just take time. We have all day. Get my tray. When I go somewhere, let me put this down. When I go somewhere, I don't have to think about, well, what do I need? What do I need to pack up, right? Everything is already packed, ready to go. It's one of the beauties. I put my coffee in a bag. This is Starbucks breakfast blend. Get some water. All of these things that I'm using here, especially mainly talking right now about my stove, my butane stove, I think it's great to have. If you live in a house, I think that's a great thing for you to get and put away. So if anything goes down and you don't have, gas coming through or electric into your house, you've got that you can make coffee or heat things up. It's like a survival item. It's one of the reasons I have been doing so much of my filming inside. It's just so windy out there. And today it's really cold. It is cold today. It's not going to get past 64 today, which for Arizona, it might sound warm for some of you, but in Arizona, that's cold. This coffee's going to taste good. Nice and warm. He's right there. There you go. He can't see me because I've got this, the shading on there. I like using a filter, a paper filter, because cleanup is so much easier. I don't want to have to keep washing out the strainer. See how easy that is? I can just fold that up. Garbage. There we go. I'll let you have the first one. There you go. It's yours. Cheers. It's good. Don't lean back too far. It's a huge drop right behind me. I'm walking through what they call Javelina Rocks area. There's these huge rock formations. A lot of people come out here to do photography, but it's just gorgeous. And if you get up, it's up high, and when you look down, you can get some fantastic views. So I'm going to bring you with me, and we can discover Javelina Rocks. Hopefully I don't run across a javelina, which, by the way, are big, and they can hurt you. We've all heard of the shootout at the OK Corral with the Earps and the Clantons in 1881 in Tombstone, Arizona. And I looked online, and it seems that Wyatt Earp wasn't that well thought of in Tucson, which is where this is happening right now at the Saguaro National Monument with what you're looking at here. So I looked it up, and Morgan Earp was murdered in Tombstone in 1882. And they believe it was Frank Stillwell who murdered him. Well, Wyatt spotted Stillwell near Tucson, and George Hand, a Tucson saloon keeper and diarist, wrote that when he saw the body after Earp shot him, he said it was the worst shot up man that I ever saw. Okay. Now in Tucson, there is a sculpture statue of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday. I've seen it. It's in the historic train depot downtown, and it commemorates the shootout. Well, after the Stillwell killing, Wyatt Earp became a fugitive and left Arizona for San Francisco, where he met up with a former acquaintance, Josephine Marcus, and they had a long-standing relationship after that. But it said here that in early 1900s, 1927, Earp returned to Tucson, likely for the last time. He had lunch at the Old Pueblo Club on South Stone Avenue with former U.S. Marshal William Breckinridge, Manny Drachman, and Manny's son Roy Drachman. Later they wrote, I don't remember telling anyone about having lunch with Wyatt Earp until many years later when he began to be looked upon as some kind of hero. But that was not the image around Arizona where many people knew and remembered him. They said, I never heard anything from those folks that had any good dealings. So I just thought that was pretty interesting. This time of year in early April is a great time to come out here. Things are blooming. Things are becoming more green. And it's not so hot. So actually, spring is my favorite time in Tucson.
Well, you can see my white high-top van way down below, and I was sure glad to see Lee finally come up to the top of that rock and wave. She'd been up there a long time.
From this vantage point, you can really see a lot. You can see the Rincon Mountains are in front of me, and then the Javelina rocks. I'm facing them right now. It's so serene out here. I love it. Peace. thank you all for spending time with us today. Hope you enjoyed it. It's beautiful out here. Please don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, go to minivanlee.com and check out my products. And I've got the book, How to Live in a Minivan, The Minivan Lee Way, on Amazon. Come back tomorrow for new sights, new sounds, and new subjects. This is a very diverse YouTube channel. I like to mix it up and give you lots of things to think about. And I really welcome you to leave your comments. I want to hear what you had to say also. And I just want to remind you, I read every one of your comments. And I appreciate any time that you share your stories with me. Makes a difference. You're important to me.